Hey guys, welcome to the Ginger Walkabout. I did it. I bought an RV. I am all in, totally committed. Here's just a brief update on going to pick up my brand new 2020 Travato 59GL in Dayton, Ohio, and my trip back to Virginia. And yeah, it went great. Good morning. It's 7 a.m. 6:56 a.m. to be exact. And me and that guy, he's ready to go, are about to head out to Ohio. About a 12-hour drive. It's gonna suck. But it's getting us closer to my van. And that does not suck. Super excited. Good morning. It's the day. I just left my only so kind of crappy, but I met the owners and they were really sweet and they were working hard. So hotel, and I stopped to grab some breakfast. Oh, somebody put a Taco Bell in my path. Damn it. I'm not good. Already off the diet. Anyway, headed to the RV dealership. It opens in 40 minutes and I'm gonna get my baby. Can't wait. Hey y'all, I'm in my van. Look, I'm in my van. Here I am. I'm in my van. Look, I got a kitchen. I got a bathroom. I got a bedroom. I'm in my van. I'm in the Kroger parking lot, y'all. I have been at this since 10 o'clock this morning. It's now almost 5 p.m. Walk through, getting all my crap in here, trying to get it in some semblance of order. But it's in here. I got my bed made. Figured that was important. Got whiskey. Whiskey's exhausted. So right now, I'm just going to go to my spot where I'm staying for the night and get there and just kind of chillax and drink some wine and eat something. And tomorrow, there will be more about the van. But out of the van! So this is the part in the program where I must admit to you, fair viewers, that I failed miserably. I'm pretty sure I recorded a video in the van on my first night. I don't know if I just dreamed that or didn't do it or deleted it, but anyway. So here's how the first night went. I stayed at a Boondockers Welcome place. If you don't know what Boondockers Welcome is, Google it. You basically stay in people's driveway. The people I stayed with were lovely. They really, they took a 2-second tour of the van. They let my dog run around in their yard, and then they left me alone because all I wanted to do was organize some stuff and go to sleep. I really think that staying there was the right move. It was like a mile from the dealership. So I went from the dealership to the grocery store to their driveway. And then I just stayed there for the night. And it was awesome because I didn't worry about someone knocking on my window and being like, you can't park here. But I also got to test the basically dry camping aspects. So I had, I ran the manual charging of the batteries and put my auto start on and ran the AC and did all of those things. And everything worked great. So, but my two awesome rookie moves. So first, massive thunderstorms came through, just downpour, which the Midwest has just been getting this like crazy. They're getting their butts kicked, people. So anyway, thunderstorms came through, and at one point I look over at the sliding door and there's just like water running down the inside of the slider. And I'm like, fuck. Yeah. So I was like, okay, don't panic. Try closing it harder. Because I had heard that this can be an issue, especially for some of the lady folk. Don't slam the door hard enough. So I opened the slider a little bit because it was still pouring rain, and I slammed it real hard, and sure enough, water stopped. So yeah, rookie mistake number 1, close the damn door properly. So then rookie mistake number 2, and I don't know how this happened. I got it in my head that day, because I knew this wasn't the case, that you didn't need the water pump on for the toilet to flush. Now, there's enough water in the lines that you can flush the toilet several times, multiple times actually, without the water pump on, and it will go, but obviously eventually it will stop. And in the middle of the night, in my wine and exhaustion, I went and, was like, oh, the toilet's not working. The tank must be empty. I must be out of water. I looked at my tank levels. It said I had 1/3 of a tank of fresh water. I was like, well, everyone says the tank gauges are crap, so they must really be crap. And then, whatever. The next day was like, no, I actually think I just need to turn the damn water pump on, which I did, and it worked fine. So, rookie mistake number 2. Turn the damn water pump on. I just left it on. Didn't see any reason to turn it off. So, anyway, so that was my first night. And then I got up the next day, and I wanted to make sure that it was charging the batteries. The house batteries were charging from the second alternator under the hood, which means you just gotta drive around. Just drive around. So that's what I did. And of course, if you're just gonna drive around and need a destination, and you just bought an RV, well, you're going to Walmart. It's our first Walmart stop in the van. So that's what you do when you RV, is you go to Walmart. Yep. We will see Walmarts from sea to shining sea. There she is. There's the baby. Decided to take up a couple extra parking spaces because I can. And just so you know, this was baby's first trip to Wally World. The first of what I'm sure will be many. Okay, so after my first Walmart adventure, you will note that I now have some curtains between the cab and the rest of the RV. And that is because, I tell you what, that cab, that is like a sauna with those windows. It's nuts, the temperature difference. So I bought these cheap Walmart curtains and a tension rod and just threw them up, and I'm going to fix it. I'm going to make it better, but I just needed that to get me home. It was like a $15 Walmart solution. Then I drove back to the dealership because I had one little problem. I had an end cap on the blinds that go up over the windshield that had come off, and I couldn't get it, and so they fiddled with it for 10 minutes, and they got it back on, and everything was fixed. And I was like, hey, can I have some fresh water? And they were like, sure. So we filled up the water tank, and then I was off because my girls, I was going to stay another day in the Dayton area just to make sure everything checked out. But then my girls, Pam and Sam, who you've seen in previous videos, had rented an Airbnb in the mountains, and we're going to do some hiking. And so I wanted to hook up with them. But of course, dog can't stay in Airbnb. But luckily, Airbnb had a driveway that I could park the van in. So I headed out. But of course, there had to be a couple of pit stops along the way. And it wouldn't be an RV trip without not one, but 2 Walmart stops on my route. So yeah, straight up, just went to the second Walmart of the day. It's the second time I've been to a Walmart today. I freaking hate Walmarts. Anyone who knows me knows this. I don't go to Walmart. But it's sort of required as an RVer, turns out. So yeah, second Walmart of the day. Now, I did take the time to use my facilities in the parking lot, and then I had a little lunch. I had salad in the fridge, so that was cool. And then I went back into the Walmart, a new Walmart, a different Walmart. And now people are like fighting each other over traffic. Oh, she's a little old lady. Come on now. I have to say, that was a little old man. But, you know, same. I don't know, something just fell down in the back. No idea. Just keep driving. Figure it out later. Anyway, second time in a Walmart today. Had to buy, well, I needed a couple of things. None of it, you know, mission critical, but I figured I stumbled upon the Walmart, so I might as well make use of it. And this Walmart in this town, I'm somewhere near the Ohio-West Virginia border. And I'm pretty sure had I wanted some methamphetamine, that there were some people that in that parking lot that could have worked with me on that. Also, every single person I passed in the store just reeked of cigarette smoke, like they had just had a cigarette. I was like, I mean, I don't like Walmart, but is Walmart that stressful that you gotta like freaking hot box before you go into the store? I don't know. Anyway, so second successful Walmart trip of the day. Bought a couple of plastic bins, some butter, and some zip ties, mostly because I walked past the zip ties, and we all know that zip ties are invaluable in numerous situations. So I'm gonna need gas here in a little bit. Whiskey's bedding back down. But it was fun. I kicked up the slider door on my van, and I closed the screen, and I just sat my butt in the parking lot and ate. And I was waiting for somebody to come up and ask me about the rig, but nobody did. I'm still waiting to get my first tour. Hadn't happened yet. I'm working on it. All right, back on the road. But I didn't want to drive, you know, crazy hours. I'm not trying to, you know, get nuts. So I was going to go to this state park on the west side of the mountains, and I got down there, and it was a no-go. It was a no-go. It was just like half the sites were reserved. It was like you have to stop at the office, but I couldn't tell where the office was, and it was after 6:30, or it was like 6 o'clock. I was like, nobody's going to be in the office. Like, state employees don't work past 5 p.m. Are you crazy? So I was like, you know what? And then it just started to downpour. So I just got the heck out of there. And I found a good, safe place to spend the night. Hey, y'all. Second night. I was trying to go to this campground, and it was a big cluster. Like, I tried to get in, I got down there, and everything was reserved, and it was muddy, and yeah. And so then I had to drive all the way back out in the pouring freaking rain. You know where I am now? I'm in the happy place. I am in the Cabelas parking lot. There's my neighbors. You can see I'm in some trucks over there. I'm in the Cabelas parking lot. Safe place. And I'm cooking my first meal in the RV. I got me a little salad, a giant burger patty. And you know, that's all I got time for tonight. So I survived my Cabelas parking lot night. It was actually quite lovely. The weather was such that I didn't have to run the AC. I just cranked the fan and I left the windows open. Maybe that was crazy. I don't know. The only thing that disturbed me were some trucks pulling in and out, but you know, whatevs. And I got up the next morning and I was like, this girl got to have a shower. Gross. So I did it. I showered right there in the Cabelas parking lot. I mean, it was a short shower because, you know, I didn't have any water hookups. So I didn't want to, use too much water, but it got done and it worked. And, you know, I got clean and I felt better and I was ready to move on. And then I made it over the mountains and found Pam and Sam and spent the night in the driveway, and we hung out and under the awning and the lights. and had a lovely evening. And then the next day got up and went up to the mountains. We did a bit on the Appalachian Trail, and then we went over to the other side and onto Mount Pleasant and hiked to the scenic overlook there, and it was lovely. And then I spent another night in the driveway of the Airbnb, and it was great. Didn't need the AC, dog could run around, no complaints at all, no hookups needed. All right, so Sunday, picked her up on Wednesday, now Sunday. We have hit 1,300 miles. So still not even, I have not put the majority of the miles on her because she had 700 when I picked her up. So we just left Pam and Sam up there in the lovely mountains. Oh, this Mercedes is not going to like me, but I don't care. And we are now on the home stretch. We're going to get her home. So she is handled like a dream. I have not plugged in. I have had no connections thus far this entire trip. Was not planning on boondocking the entire trip, but that's what happened, and she has performed exactly as advertised. A couple weird little things, like I did a manual start to charge last night, and after like 10 minutes, the engine kicked off. I don't know if it because they thought it was too hot, but I mean, it was only in the 60s up in the mountains, so I don't know. Anyway, and then I started it again, and it worked fine for an hour and charged up great. And then because it was so nice out, I just had the max fan going and the windows open at night when I was sleeping because it was getting down into the low 60s. In fact, it was getting a little chilly actually. And so, and in the middle of the night, like 2 in the morning, like the max air fan just kicked off. And I don't know why. It just, I don't know if there's a timer that I accidentally set. That's my guess. I set a timer, because I know you can do that. My guess is that I did that somehow. And you know, it did what I told it to do, even though I didn't mean to tell it to do things. So that's probably another user error. Fair enough. I'll keep an eye on it. But anyway, so yeah, headed home. Gonna start the process of really, you know, getting everything I need for it, getting it organized. She's gonna need a bath because she's a dirty girl. But I gotta tell you, I have been super happy with the performance of the van thus far. You know, everything that has been a little tricky has all been user error. Rookie mistakes. Gonna make them. Gotta go through it. You know, haven't done any permanent damage. And she is, bless her heart, she's trying to work with me. I'm just not making it that easy. So anyway, home stretch. Not lying, ready to get there and get a little more organization going in this van. And buy some of the, you know, things that I now have figured out that I do need because I'm actually living in it. Really still glad I didn't buy things until I identified a need. And now that I've identified a need, I will buy them. So anyway, that's it for the pickup and initial shakedown run. And I will see you on the road soon. So yeah, I got back here on Sunday, and now I am putting in my 30-day notice for my apartment and scheduling my movers, and that means I gotta get out of here. Obviously, bunch of mods I want to do before I get out. I want to change the stereo. I want to install an alarm. I want to tint the windows. Just all the little things that you do. And I have now 4 weeks. 4 weeks to get it done. So I know I owe you guys a tour of the RV, and I promise I have not dumped the black tank without you yet. It's a third full. I've used it, but I haven't dumped it yet. So that's coming up. So anyway, stay tuned for more of my misadventures and rookie mistakes. Thanks for watching.